What's up guys, welcome back to the channel for another GeForce Now News Thursday. We've got 8 games this week to announce, with one of those being a fairly big title that I've been enjoying the past couple of days. But before we get into that, we've got a couple of other things. Razer has announced their Edge device for 5G, and I believe there's a Wi-Fi version as well, which is basically a tablet with a controller dedicated for cloud gaming, and GeForce Now will come packed in on that device when it comes out. We've also got games being added to the touch screen list, which means you can use touch controls and that type of thing with the games. You can even go in and use the new mobile touch controls row in the GeForce Now app. So this is pretty cool. Combined with more devices like those Chromebooks, the Razer Edge, and more touch controls and accessibility, it's obvious that GeForce Now is kind of doing similar things to what Xbox is doing, with putting GeForce Now in as many places as it can and offering players as many ways to play as possible. All right guys, let's move on to the games we've got for this week. So our first game for this week is A Plague Tale Requiem, and not only the first game, but for me the best game of this week. I've been waiting for the sequel to A Plague Tale Innocence, and if you haven't played that game, I definitely recommend it. It's a really good game, and this one I'm enjoying even more, and it plays great on GeForce Now. So this is a new release for Steam and the Epic Games Store, October 17th. Now our second game is also a new release for October 20th over on Steam, and this is Batora Lost Haven. Embark on an epic adventure to save Earth in this interplanetary action RPG. Harness the ancient powers of the sun and moon to take on a variety of unique enemies while solving diverse puzzles and exploring stunning sci-fi worlds, each with its own curious story, inhabitants, and mysteries. And our third game for this week is both on the Epic Games Store and Steam, a new release for October 20th, and that's Warhammer 40,000 Shoot Us, Blood and Teeth. From the developers of the Guns, Gore, and Cannoli franchises comes a new 2D run-and-gun platformer. Spearhead an orc invasion, destroy the Hive City, and kill your war boss. Here we go. And next up we have The Tenants, over on Steam, originally released March 25th, 2021. Become a landlord and deal with problematic tenants as you build your rental property empire. Decide how to react to annoyed neighbors or police interventions. Will you design your apartment for a group of gamer friends or an aspiring musician looking for a new home? And next up we have Faith, the Unholy Trinity, over on Steam, a new release for October 21st. What you are about to do has not been approved by the Vatican. As a young priest, struggle against demons, insane cultists, and your own weakening faith in this pixel horror game inspired by the era of classic 8-bit gaming and the satanic scare of the 1980s. And what's weird is the gameplay of this game instantly reminded me of the worst made game ever on the planet, the E.T. game from Atari, and it sucks to compare it to that, but it was the first thing I thought of. Our sixth game for this week is the free game over on the Epic Games Store, and that's Evoland Legendary Edition. Evoland Legendary Edition brings you 2 great and unique RPGs, with their graphic style and gameplay changing as you progress through the game. This is released for October 20th, 2022 here on Epic. Grab it up while it's free. Next up we have Commandos 3 HD Remaster, both for Steam and the Epic Games Store, originally released August 30th, 2022 this year. Fallen Soldier Commandos 3 HD Remastered sends you to the relentless and unforgiving battlefields of Europe. Remastered in high definition, including reworked 3D models and textures, improved controls, and a refined UI. And our final game for this week is also both on the Epic Games Store and Steam, originally released October 3rd this year, 2022, and that's Monster Outbreak. The King's Dimensional Orb has malfunctioned, bringing hordes of monsters into the kingdom. Defend your safe ground against the monsters by gathering resources, building defenses, upgrading your arsenal, and surviving long enough to find the source of monsters and destroy it. Alright guys, that'll wrap it up for this week. We've got those new games added to the touch controls list. It's definitely interesting to see, and also being pre-packed in on so many devices lately with like the G Cloud, the Razer Edge, and those Chromebooks. GeForce Now is certainly making a bit of a push there, and I highly recommend A Plague Tale Requiem if you guys haven't checked it out already. Anyway, if you haven't already, subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell, leave me your comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.